When did your family horrify you? The day I found out my parents had been taking money from my college fund to pay for my older brother's drug addiction for 3 years, and they expected me to be grateful because family comes first. I was 17, filling out financial aid forms for college applications when I asked Mom for our savings account information. She got this panicked look and said she'd get it to me later. For weeks, she kept making excuses. The bank statements are at Dad's office. I need to organize the paperwork. Let's focus on your applications first. Finally, I went to the bank myself with my ID and requested account information for the college fund that had been set up in my name when I was born. The account that should have had $47,000 from years of birthday money, summer job savings, and grandparents' contributions had $200 left. I thought there was a mistake until I saw the withdrawal history. Regular transfers of $3,000 to $5,000 over the past 3 years, all authorized by my parents as custodians of the account. When I confronted them, they didn't even try to deny it. Your brother needed help, Dad said. We couldn't let him end up on the streets. My brother Jake had been struggling with heroin addiction since high school. I knew he'd been in and out of rehab, but I thought insurance was covering his treatment. Instead, my parents had been draining my college fund to pay for private rehab facilities, lawyers when Jake got arrested, and cash whenever he claimed he needed money for recovery expenses. We were going to pay it back, Mom said, crying, once Jake gets clean and starts working again. But Jake had relapsed 4 times. Every time he got out of rehab, he'd ask for money just to get back on his feet, and my parents would give it to him from my college savings. How could you steal my future to enable his addiction? I asked. That's when they said something that still haunts me. We expected you to understand, Dad said. You're the strong one. You'll figure out college. Jake might die without our help. They'd sacrificed my education because they assumed I'd be fine without it, while Jake got unlimited financial support despite repeatedly failing to get clean. Besides, Mom added, family takes care of family. College is just a piece of paper. Your brother's life is more important. I realized my parents saw me as the reliable backup plan, while Jake was the priority who deserved everything. The worst part was discovering that Jake knew where the money was coming from. Your parents told me you were okay with it, Jake said when I confronted him. They said you wanted to help me get clean. My parents had lied to both of us. They told Jake I'd agreed to help fund his recovery, and they told me Jake's treatment was covered by other sources. I had to completely change my college plans. Instead of the 4-year university I dreamed of attending, I enrolled in community college and worked 2 jobs to pay tuition. My parents kept asking me to be understanding about the missing money. Jake's doing better now, they'd say. Maybe we can start rebuilding your college fund, but they never did. Every time Jake had a crisis, they'd find new ways to send him money, sometimes borrowing against their own retirement or taking cash advances on credit cards. Jake overdosed and died 2 years later. At his funeral, my parents were devastated, but they also seemed to expect me to comfort them and help them through their grief. At least we know we did everything we could for Jake, Mom said through tears. We gave him every opportunity to get clean. They'd given Jake every opportunity using my opportunity. The money they'd spent on Jake's failed recovery attempts would have covered my entire undergraduate degree with money left over. Instead, I graduated community college with debt and no family support, while Jake got 3 years of expensive treatment that ultimately didn't save him.